Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry, adjusting the mic here. I'm doing this kind of off-the-cuff thing here while I'm doing stuff in the background. So one, I hope you can hear. Here, let me turn up Minecraft a little bit. Hopefully, you can hear that. Um, I'm using a different like scene thing, like for when I'm recording videos, and I do that just so that I don't have to edit the settings on my live streaming because I'm lazy, and that's something that it's something I refuse to change. But hello everyone, my name is Mom, and well, you probably knew that already, but welcome back to another video. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about something that was really important to me, and something that I felt like was very, I don't know, it was just really, really important to me. So, if you have not noticed, and you probably did, because I would say that a majority of the people that watch me come from my Facebook audience, but you might have noticed that now I have 1,000 followers on Facebook. That's really awesome. And that's something that, first off, I wanted to say my gratitude for everyone that has been here during this journey. For me, has been really crazy. I figured today that I was going to talk a little bit about how I got to that spot and what my plans are moving forward, because moving forward, things are going to be a lot different here. I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer to me because I don't feel like it's close enough. All right, there we go. So, to start out with, before I even talk about Facebook, I have to talk about kind of where I came from before this. I started live streaming, it was like during the middle of 2020, I want to say. So during the middle of 2020, I uprooted my life and moved from San Diego, California, which was my home for about 2.5, almost 3 years, and moved to Arizona. And I moved, and it's kind of obvious why I moved. I mean, like, you know, middle of 2020, a lot of people's lives have basically been changed by the stuff that's going on in the world. And I mean, I don't need to talk about it or say anything in specifics, because you can probably guess 2020 for a lot of people was a really terrible year. Sorry, I'm trying to curb my swearing because I'm terrible at it, and I don't want to swear too much. It's yeah, I don't care if other people do it, but I care if I do it, and I don't like doing it. But anyway. So at the end, by the middle of 2020, in June actually, it was June of 2020, I uprooted my life. I packed up a moving van, and me and a family member moved myself to Arizona, where I lived with my parents for about 1.5 years as well. I lived there for about 1.5 years, because the unsurety of what was going on, and the thing that's to understand is my job wasn't like at stake when that happened. Like, very easily I could continue working and living in California. Actually, that's a lie. Not easily, but I could continue working in California. It would not be easy for me to live in California, especially because of my health issues that I'm dealing with. But I decided that it would be the best move for me to move to Arizona, and I was right. I moved to Arizona. I continued working, and I was happier. And in about the middle of 2020, I decided, through my own will, that I wanted to start live streaming. Because for my entire life, I've always wanted to entertain. And, I mean, when I was a young octopus, as I like to say it, I liked to make videos and entertain people. That's just what I enjoy doing. That's what makes me happy. So I've always been of the mindset of I want to entertain people, and so that's what I did. I bought a model, one that was not that had less polygons than this one, and I started live streaming. Well, actually, I didn't start live streaming. What I started doing first was I made videos. I believe that the first thing I ever did was I made a Let's Play of Breath of the Wild, which is very old and very cringy now for even me to look back on, even though it was only like a year ago. Year and a half. somewhere around that realm. But it was a long time ago, and I don't like looking at it. So that was the first thing I ever did, and then I actually started live streaming. I can't remember really how the path kind of worked from there, but I was live streaming, and I did it on Twitch. Now, on Twitch, as I'm sure a lot of content creators know, starting out on there is not easy. In fact, I would now I would say that if you're just starting out, starting on Twitch is the worst idea you could ever do, and I'll get into that like more later as soon as I'm done with my story. Sorry, I'm trying not to make this story too long. This video is going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be, but today I'm just kind of telling a story here and celebrating my 1K, because I wanted to make this video for a little while, and I figured that 1K was a good spot for it. Anyway, I live streamed on Twitch for about a year. Actually, I live streamed for a couple of months, then I re-debuted with this new model in like June of the following year of 2021. Brand new model, and to a lot of people that really enjoyed me, and I continued growing. And I played a lot of games. I think for the most part it was Satisfactory, which is a very fun game, but now I've kind of fallen out of playing it because the update got boring, and now I'm waiting for the next update to play it again. But for the most part, I really enjoyed playing. But the problem that I consistently had with was, while I enjoyed being on Twitch and interacting with people, the growth was near impossible for me, as someone who is trying to maintain a full-time job. Because right now I have a full-time job, and I'm live streaming, and I'm trying to make videos. But at the time, for me, it felt like being a full-time live streamer and being a full-time employee, working a job at least 40 hours a week, or close to 40 hours a week, it felt like doing something other than live streaming, like making video content, was impossible. And now I don't really think that that's really the case, but especially on Twitch, where it's just like, you feel obligated to stream so many hours, otherwise nothing is going to happen, and you have this constant fear of people abandoning you. And that was a fear that I really had, that I felt like if I didn't stream for so many hours, I felt like I was going to be abandoned. And I know a lot of streamers actually go through that fear and have that fear. And it's not an unfounded fear. I've watched a lot of people that stress over losing people watching them. So this is something that I was used to. This is something that I was this is something that I was like, I saw on a daily basis, because I saw people on Twitter talking about it. So, and Twitter kind of fed into that fear, and I'm going to talk about why I'm not really using Twitter as much as I used to. I'm still using it, but not as much as I used to. But that's not for right now. So anyway, Twitch just became like a very stressful place to be, because it required a lot of things of you, and what Twitch kind of demands in terms of success is not something that I don't think I was ready for. I mean, like, in order, as far as I've learned from watching Devin Nash and from studying what other successful creators do, in order to be successful on Twitch in a semi-capacity, to slowly grow yourself to a partner, which is hard enough in itself, you need to... you need to not only stream 40-ish hours a week, but you also need to make content in other places. Excuse me. And flourish that content in other places, which is fine. I have no issues with that. It's just with the amount of work that you need to put into it, plus the amount of time I want to spend with family and having free time for myself and for friends, it just became a point where it's just like, I can't do both. And so my friend, who eventually became my manager for the group I'm in, his name is Paco, told me that I should try Facebook. And at the time, we were already planning to move away from Arizona, because my family did not really originally plan to plant themselves in Arizona forever. They wanted to move to either Arizona or Florida, and now they are in Florida, and I am somewhere else. But we had already planned to move, and so I told Paco that I would move on one condition, and that condition would be, so at the time, Twitch was planning on rolling out a feature where you could boost a streamer by paying for impressions, and I believe the streamer could pay for themselves. I have absolutely no idea, because they still have not come out with this feature, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I'm ever gonna see it come out. I don't know if they're ever gonna come out with this feature, because they promise things that look good, and then they take them away at the last second. So they had promised for this boosting feature to come out, and this is a feature that technically was already on Facebook, only it's called ads. You're paying for ads, and Facebook has it, only people can't pay for it, you pay for it yourself. So I told Paco that if boosting didn't come out by the time I moved, I would go to Facebook and I would try out Facebook. And so I moved, and you know, it didn't happen. And so on January 10th, 2022, 2022, I started streaming on Facebook. And I streamed on Facebook and got about, like, I want to say 10 followers, 10 to 15 followers in one stream. It's been, I can't even remember the statistics. I'd have to look it up. That's the crazy thing is on Facebook, you can actually look up what your total statistics are for every single stream and go back and see what those statistics are. It's kind of crazy. But I instantly, in one stream, had way more success with Facebook than I did in a long time with Twitch. Like, with Twitch, I would be lucky to gain 1 follower per stream, and if I got multiple, like, I would count that as a very massive success. And that, like, the one stream with Facebook taught me that there was a world of live streaming that I did not even know existed. And that I have been very much deceived into thinking that Twitch was the way to go, because after that first stream, I decided that I was probably not going to go back to Twitch. Or if I did, it would not be until... it would not be for a very long time. And I would need to have a very good incentive to go back to Twitch. And right now, as the time of recording this, which is March 16th, and hopefully I'll put it out on the same day, I don't have any incentive to go back to Twitch ever again right now. And that is no slight to the people at Twitch or Amazon, because I like Amazon, I like the products at Amazon, I like buying things from Amazon, and I think Twitch is not a bad platform. It's a really good platform. But, as a streamer who's just starting out, there's no incentive for me to stream there and give away my brand as an affiliate streamer. So, as of right now, I don't think I will see myself going back to Twitch. Now, that will probably change, as both time goes on and as my brand grows. Because I think as my brand grows, that opinion will change when I do actually get an audience that would be interested in watching me on Twitch. But as of right now, that's not happened, and I'm not going back to Twitch to live stream. And so it's been as I said, I've been on Facebook ever since January 10th, and it's March 16th. So it's been, actually, let me do the proper calculation, because January had 31 days, so that's 21 days plus 28 days. That's 49 days plus 10, 59, 61, 2, 3, 4. So it's been 64 days. I counted 65 roughly, so it's been about 64 to 65 days. And in that 64 days, I outperformed pretty much every single streamer that it was, like every single VTuber that I know that was starting out on Twitch. I outperformed all of them by doing nothing but streaming in 65 days. And that's not me, like, trying to dab or, like, throw shame to anybody. That is simply me pointing out that there is something wrong with the way that Twitch interacts with its followers, or with its streamers. And I think the problem is a couple different folds. Again, I agree with Devin Nash in saying that Twitch is very oversaturated. very oversaturated. I feel like it's almost as if there's one streamer for every 2 or 3 people that are watching, and those streamers are probably also watching someone else themselves. And that's fine. I mean, like, that's okay. I'm not saying that necessarily it's a bad thing that there's a lot of streamers. However, the problem is Twitch does not really care to help you get discovered or to help potential talent get discovered. Now, I'm not going to say I'm like the best streamer in the world. Again, I only have 1,000 people following me on Facebook. I am still a child in comparison to someone like many of the other VTubers out there. Like all of the people from Hololive. If I want to measure up to them, I have a long ways to go. But what I am saying is, for someone like me who would like to throw my talent out there and attempt to garner an audience that will like what I have, Twitch does not make it easy. In fact, they make it almost impossible for new voices to be heard. And that is partially what... I mean, that's why I made my video saying that I abandoned Twitch for Facebook. And so... And I will stick by that. I abandoned Twitch for Facebook, basically. And I don't care if people are mad at me. I've had a lot of people... Actually, sorry, I shouldn't overplay it. I've had a few people. Some friends. And a lot of previous fans. Again, sorry, I'm overplaying it. I've had a couple previous fans say, why did you go to Facebook? I've even had a couple VTubers say that was one of the worst things I could have ever done, that I'll never ever get to grow on Facebook. And I'm not one to say I told you so, but I listened to the advice of my manager, who is in charge, who has interests. Oh, I forgot that I haven't filled this in. Who has interests in me growing, because if I grow and succeed, then he succeeds as well. And he told me to do this, and because I did it, I am prospering. Heavily prospering. And I am very grateful for that. Hell, I cried the other day after I hit 1K because I was so happy. Because for the longest time when I was on Twitch, I said to myself, you know, getting 1 follower a day. 1 follower a day. I mean, me and Paco laughed about this. I would say that if I got 1 follower a day on Twitch, I would consider that a success. Or if I got 1 follower a stream, I would consider that a success. And that is what I would consider, that's what I considered success. When, you know, as someone who wants to grow, I should be aiming higher. I should be aiming to make good content for people that want to follow me. And after being on Facebook, and after using the tools that Facebook has given me, I 100% think that is a sad number to strive for. But that's the number that Twitch is offering if you work really, really, really hard to minimal success. Now after moving to Facebook, what I wanted to talk a little bit about what I learned. Biggest thing, number 1, ads are flippin' powerful. You know, people like to laugh and make jokes and memes about the ads on Facebook all the time. But after using them myself and using them correctly, because there's a right and wrong way to use ads, and I have definitely experimented, and my first try was not the best, but I still got gains from it. But after doing a successful ad, an ad that is still running, and after knowing where my audience is, I should target my audience, I've had massive success. Like, excuse me. Like, my ads have connected me to so many people that are interested in my content. Something that Twitch boosting probably would have done. I'm gonna be honest with you. Twitch boosting probably would have helped me out a lot. In fact, I would probably still be on Twitch having massive success if Twitch allowed boosting. Because Twitch boosting, and I know a lot of streamers were upset with Twitch boosting because they're like, oh, it doesn't guarantee you followers. The thing that I think a lot of people should try to understand is that Twitch boosting was basically like making an ad for yourself on Twitch. I have no, and here's the thing, I don't feel like we really would know how it would have done because it's not out yet and it's not there. I can't remember. I seem to remember if they, I think they may have done like trials with smaller channels, but from what I know, until we test it, I don't think we really would have known what it would have done. And I'll be honest with you, I really wish I had the chance to try it, because again, Twitch was a fun platform. Now, ultimately, I love Facebook way more now. Facebook is way more kind and caring. Facebook has way more statistics for me to look at. It tells me what my followers enjoy about my content. It tells me when they like to enjoy my content. It will also tell me the demographic of who my audience is, so that I know how to better cater to them. And that's really helpful for someone like me who wants to grow and to be that influencer that makes people laugh and makes people smile. That's something that I want and something that I need. And so I'm happy that Facebook has this information that they give to you. And again, it's deeply helped me. And I am really grateful that I have it. So, that I think the Facebook ads is the biggest thing that I have learned to use and use correctly. Yeah. So, moving forward from all of that, you know, what is my next move? Where am I going next with everything here? Well, I'm gonna continue using Facebook for the foreseeable future. I have no projected end date for that because, again, Facebook is just been massively successful for me, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. What's funny is, after making the switch to Facebook, some of the people that said that it would be a mistake for me are now telling me, wait a second, you're having success. That's really awesome. And they've told me I would not personally use Facebook. Some people, yeah, I understand why people are I don't know what the right word is. I understand why people don't want to use Facebook, because, you know, it's Facebook. You know, it's got the reputation that it has garnered over the years. And that's honestly what kind of put me off of it for a while. But now that I have used it, and now that I have taken advantage of these services that it provides and offers, I feel like I was a fool for not using it. And so, moving on, actually, before I kind of talk about that, if you're still watching the video, I like doing this because I want to gauge where people like watching or don't like watching the video. If you're still watching this video and you enjoy what you've seen so far, I want you to tell me what you ate for breakfast today, because I'm trying to cook more food on my own now that I've moved out and now that I am cooking for myself again, because we usually kind of all cooked food for each other, and I was typically on the dinner side. So for those that have eaten breakfast, I want you to tell me what you ate for breakfast, and if it's complicated, tell me how to make it, because I would love to know how to make new things. And if you tell me how to make it, I will make it. And if you message me on Facebook and tell me that was you, I will make it and send a picture of it to you. So do that, because I'm serious. I'll do that. So yeah, tell me what you ate, because I'm curious, and I'd like to make new things to eat, because I have a pretty bland taste right now, and I'd like to change that. Yeah, so there's that out there. Anyway, moving forward, I am going to be continuing to use Facebook. Will I go back to Twitch? Probably one day, maybe. I don't know. There is, I mean, like, with the way that Facebook works right now, you really can only, you have to play what's popular. So on Facebook, right now, Minecraft is one of the biggest ones. And my tip for anyone who wants to stream on Facebook is, if you don't like Minecraft, then find something else on Facebook that's really popular to play. How do I do this? Oh, okay. I remember. I didn't finish this. So that's my advice to anyone who wants to be on Facebook, because that's just how the game works. And honestly, that's kind of how the game works on Twitch as well. It's just with Twitch, I think the culture of just doing whatever you want has been a little bit more prevalent now. So, yeah. And that's not to complain that I don't like Minecraft, because I love I mean, like, look at what I'm doing right now. I'm building a giant city. And you know what? I am having a lot of fun doing it. But I understand that there are people that don't enjoy Minecraft. But if you want to get into the spirit of Facebook, play something that you enjoy that Facebook will actively promote. And there's a lot of things that Facebook will actively promote. And I know that Minecraft is one of them. Well, and when it comes to Twitch, there are games that I enjoy playing that if I wanted to live stream them, I would go to Twitch. It's just, right now, I don't feel like I want to play those games on stream. Like, I was playing Kingdom Hearts. I haven't touched Kingdom Hearts ever since I stopped playing it on Twitch. And I probably will not touch it until I decide that it's time for me to go back and finish it on Twitch. And that's mostly just because I want to play it with other people watching me. Because a lot of people like watching my suffering and pain. And I'll be honest with you, it's fun regardless of the suffering and pain. So that's honestly my plans right now. And my goal with Facebook is to turn it into a sustainable platform for me to do my content. I'll be honest with you, I will make another one of these kinds of videos. I would like to make another one of these kinds of videos. Not once a month, but like whenever something significant, excuse me, happens. Sorry, I ate something for breakfast and I don't know why, but it's making me burp. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know how often I'll make these kinds of videos, but I want to make them often enough to show people where my heart is. Because right now, my heart is wanting to entertain people and wanting to bring happiness into people's lives. And doing it on Facebook seems to not only bring happiness to my life, but many of the people that have watched me. I've had a lot of people, an outpouring amount of people, that message me on Facebook. And the weird thing about Facebook is anyone can message you. Unlike Twitter, where you have to approve messages. But that's fine, because I mean, like, a lot of the people that message me just say how much they enjoy my streams. And how cool I am. Which I'm like, no, I'm not. Stop saying that, because it's wrong. But it's just been really humbling for all of that. And so, I'm gonna stick to Facebook, and continue enjoying my time on Facebook. If I see they're great. But yeah. So, once again, I just wanted to say thank you for 1,000 on Facebook. It definitely was a road that was emotional for me, in the best kind of way. And now that I'm there, I'm not gonna stop. I'm actually gonna continue until I hit the top. I mean, I joked about this with Paco, but now I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna become and maybe this is a little pretentious, but you know what? I think it's good to have a goal. And this is a good goal to have. I'm gonna become the #1 female VTuber on Facebook. That is my goal. And I don't know how long that'll take, but that's my goal. That is my goal. You know, we've got #1 VTubers on YouTube, and I know that HoloLive dominates that, and you've got #1s on Twitch, and I believe that VShojo kind of dominates that a little bit, or I don't know who really would be the top on Twitch. Actually, it probably would be VShojo because of Iron Mouse, but I will become the #1 on Facebook, and everyone will know my name on Facebook. Anyway, that's really it for today's video. I just kind of wanted to come out here, say my gratitude, talk about where things are going. I know that some people still don't know where I am, because I get people occasionally asking. I had somebody in my Discord message me and say, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You haven't streamed on Twitch in forever." And I'm like, so I have not been there since January. I'm actually on Facebook. And they're like, "Are you on Facebook?" Oh. My hope is that this video will help people to understand where I am and what my plans are for the future, because you know, my plans. I'm really excited for my future. I really do feel like my dreams of being a content creator and making people happy, which is what I feel like my purpose is. I feel like that is really coming together, and so. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated. If you are dealing with someone who is curious about Facebook or is streaming or is having issues just streaming in general and wanting to get more out of their streaming life, share this video with them. Tell them that there is hope, and that hope is streaming on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for your kindness and your content. And your kind words. Thank you again for 1K. Here's to 10 more and to infinity and beyond. Sorry, I just thought of Buzz Lightyear for one random moment. All right, you guys have a good day.